Alright, hello everyone and welcome to today's Gems of War video. In this video I have for you my Soulforge review for the week of August 12th, 2024. As far as the weapons go, pretty much everything was in my scouting report for Merlantis. Would point out that Sharp Reef is also available in the event shop, so do not craft it here if you're going to get it in the event shop anyway. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the troops. Now, the summoning stones, they have 4 troops that are ultra rare or epic that are part of the trials teams. I'm going to go through, but I think 2 of them are quest givers, which you would get for free anyway. But first of all, we have the Earth Dreamer under green, and that is part of the Forest of Thorns Trials team. And the other one, I'm pretty sure, is not one of the quest givers, given that it is an ultra rare. It's Dark Priestess under purple, and she is going to be in Golvania's team, and that is where we're going next week. So if you do not have her, it might be worth picking her up. Now, also under purple, we have Amira, who is part of Leonis Empire's team. I am reasonably certain that Amira is the quest giver for Leonis Empire. So if you have, normally I would not say use the summoning stones if you already have the troop. So if you've completed Leonis Empire and you have Amira, then don't pull for Amira. And then the other one that I'm not 100% sure on, I don't really pay that much attention to the story in this game, is Penglong under yellow. And again, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Penglong is the quest giver for Shentang, but otherwise is in that team. So if you've completed the Kingdom Quest for Shentang and you still don't have them, then get them under the yellow summoning stones. The legendaries, there's only one legendary that I wanted to give a bit of a mention to, and that is the Umber Wolf. The Umber Wolf creates a dark storm at the start of every turn. Always like to get those, and this is on a legendary. Sometimes you see that something like that on a mythic. And then it deals damage to the first 2 enemies, places Hunter's Mark and Death Mark on them, then transforms into a Nosferatu, which is something that I end up, when I have Umber Wolf in my team, I never actually use the spell, because I usually have him on the team for that Dark Storm at the start of every turn. So I don't want him to transform to something else that then I have to transform that back and forth. It just doesn't work for me. But it is something to keep in mind. And again, Golvania is going to be after Merlantis. So if you need extra help with Golvania, now might be a time to pick it up. Okay, so as far as the mythics, it was a little interesting this week. There are 2 things that I saw were fairly interesting. One is that we are being offered a mythic from the Kingdom of the Week, and there's also 2 other mythics that are from the same kingdom. So it is kind of an interesting thing on that. Anyway, 4th place by a long, but way in the distance, is Renalis from Bright Forest. Entangles and Fairy Fires a random enemy when matching green gems, and his spell gives attack to the first 2 allies, and life to the 2 weakest allies, and 10 magic to the 2 strongest allies. And what I don't like about this is that, I did use him quite a bit, but then Unag came out, and she is a much better option in the team that I was using than he is. And she's actually a lot more efficient at it as well. So overall, I mean, it's still okay. I mean, you get a bonus green uh, nature link, um, but yeah, definitely not one that I would say that you absolutely need to have unless you're just getting every single troop from Bright Forest. You might be surprised. My third choice is going to be Medusa. I, you'd only be surprised that I didn't put her in fourth. But anyway, curses and stuns a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems can be okay. Deals true damage to an enemy boosted by stone blocks and converts 8 gems of one of their mana colors to stone blocks. Um, Basically, just puts a lot of obstacles on the board, which then becomes problems for you as much as your opponent. And if your opponent happens to have something where they get a bonus for exploding stone blocks, then this can backfire on you in a big way. Mist of Scales has a lot of really good base mythics as well, and this just isn't one of them. So, yeah, I would say kind of only misses fourth place because Vernalis is not as good as the other mythic that they added to this. So anyway, second place, very close running for first and second, is Pycea. Pycea gives 4 attack to all blue allies when matching blue gems, which includes him. It's Pycea, and destroy all green gems. Creates blue gems equal to the number of green gems destroyed. And then there are 2 independent 30% chances to devour a random enemy. When those devour hits pay off, they really pay off. And when they don't, bad times. But it is probably the second best mythic in Merlantis. And as far as whether this helps you this week, not sure. It would depend on what else you have from Merlantis, but I'm not sure it would. As much as there are some other troops that would help you out a little bit more. Certainly, it does not help you with the journey, unfortunately. But yeah, it's still a decent pick if you wanted to get him. And number 1 is the other troop from Bright Forest, and that is Suna. Suna fairy fires a random enemy when matching red gems, and then she steals life from the 2 weakest enemies, then steals 8 magic from the 2 strongest enemies. So as things play out, she is that life steal, of course, is essentially true damage that adds that life back to her. But since she's also stealing magic, then that then the amount that she's stealing as far as life just gets bigger and bigger. So overall, you can make really good Bright Forest teams even without her, but you do need a base mythic you do need your base mythics at least to get to level 10, to power 10 and above. And that's about it. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, subscribe to this channel, and or follow me on Twitch if you'd like to see more of my content. And in the comments below, let me know if you are going for any of these base mythics or if you're going to be pulling for anything else I mentioned. And video game companies, it is time to level up the contract, and I will see you in the next video.